COVID cases just reached an all-time high here in Whitman County. See how it affects you and your family.
And another fire destroys local homes. See how you can help. Murrow News 8 starts now.
Murrow News 8 starts right now.
Good evening. I'm Kylie Gibson.
And I'm Mayan Khurram. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
100 new cases of coronavirus were confirmed in Whitman County over the weekend and on Monday. Whitman County Public Health reports that most of the new cases are in the age groups 39 and under. 2 of the new patients are over 80 years old. There are 6 coronavirus patients from Whitman County in the hospital. In Latah County, there have been 31 new cases of coronavirus confirmed as of Friday, December 4th. This brings the total number of confirmed coronavirus cases in Latah County to 1,725.
Great Bend Medical Center's new COVID drive-through testing site is open now on Monday, December 7th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The drive-through is located at Jackson Street across from the hospital's main campus in Moscow. The new site will offer testing for COVID, influenza A and B, and strep throat. The positivity rate for coronavirus testing at Great Bend Medical Center in Moscow has been increased to 10.5%, while the positivity rate for coronavirus testing at Pullman Regional Hospital has increased to 12%. 54 tests at Pullman Regional Hospital were positive for the last 2 weeks. Hospitals around the region are starting to fill up again with COVID patients. Asher has a look at updated numbers from Idaho and Washington. Asher, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Humayun. Medical experts are saying Idaho's attempt to stop coronavirus is failing as more and more hospitals are reporting they're either at capacity or close to it. So far, the state has over 100,000 confirmed cases and 1,000 deaths, which is about 4 to 5 times more than the annual number of deaths from flu and pneumonia. Washington's in a similar situation with over 185,000 cases and just under 2,500 deaths in Whitman County alone. Supplies are starting to run low as well, as masks and hand sanitizer are in higher demand as well. Pullman Regional Hospital was also at capacity last month, something worth noting. And the way things are looking, mind that 12% positivity rate you just mentioned could spike again before the end of the month. So be sure to wash your hands, wear a mask, etc., and be sure to stay safe and stay healthy out there. That's all I have. Reporting from Great Falls, Montana for Murrow News 8, I'm Asher Lind. Back to you, Kylie.
Thank you, Asher. As this online semester winds down, one part of the pandemic that may have slipped people's minds is the mental health of students during this transition away from campus. Murrow News 8 reporter Alex Biviano has more on the story.
I was just told to drop out.
That has been the only remedy for students struggling with this fully online semester. Despite the fact that stress levels and mental health disorders are at an all-time high, curriculum and standards for students have remained largely unchanged. Shea Blevins, a junior kinesiology major, said this change has been hard on her, especially as a student who struggles with mental health disorders.
Definitely helping to eliminate other stressors and acknowledge that students are going through a hard time as well, rather than expecting the best out of everybody. This is a hard time for just about every student, and resources that would help increase more counseling available through Zoom, open kind of groups for students that would allow conversational topics about how we are collectively going through all of this together, rather than just, an email every 3 months that says, hey, keep staying strong, Cougs. That's not really sufficient.
This sentiment has been echoed by others as well. Mental health disorders are worsened by stress. Kelsey Hinton, a software elementary education major, said this is the hardest semester that she has ever faced.
Online schooling has definitely caused a lot of extra stress than in-person classes, and a lot of professors are assigning more homework and more assignments than they normally would in person. At least it seems like it. And even though it seems like we have more time out of classes since it's online, there's a lot less motivation, so students aren't, at least I particularly am not as keen to doing my homework.
Everyone has struggled this year, both teachers and students alike. Because of this, many students need more support to help the transition to the new world we're living in, academically as well as psychologically. Dr. Amber Harrington, a mental health professional, says that she is seeing more requests for patients, in addition to more serious symptoms now more than ever before as a result of this pandemic.
People that I normally saw more often because of it, and I'm like people that I saw on even a regular basis as it was, we're talking a lot more about stress and anxiety and things in regards to the pandemic than maybe they didn't. I mean, obviously they didn't focus on a pandemic because we didn't think it would happen beforehand, but it kind of makes their other difficulties seem much more smaller in retrospect to what they're feeling right now in regards to the pandemic. So we've seen a huge shift, not for everybody, but for a lot of people, the huge shift has been either towards the pandemic or, you know, having a hard time transition during the pandemic. People are feeling isolated, they're feeling depressed, they're feeling, you know, that they can't, again, a lot of them lost their jobs, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to support their family, they don't know how to get in contact with family other than Zoom and things like that. But when they were used to, you know, especially around the holidays, going home and seeing people, and now they don't have or don't feel like they have that option. That's very difficult for them. So yes, I'm seeing new patients in so many different ways, shapes, and forms because of it. So
because the world has changed, standards should change with it. Washington State University and other universities need to do more to support their students during these tough times. The institution of programs such as pass-fail grades and expanded reasonable accommodation are just some of the ways the universities can help support their students. Empathy for all, including students, is needed now more than ever. For Murrow News 8, I'm Alex Biviano.
Well, it sure has been a frosty and chilly past couple of days in Pullman. Andrew Bartline has more on our weather. Andrew?
Thanks, Kylie. Yeah, today we had a high of 39 and our low at 34. Some winds from the southeast around 8 to 10 miles per hour. Might have made it feel a little bit colder, but we had some sunshine as well. And daylight hours, rather, down to about 9. So that's sunsetting at 4 p.m. Moving into tomorrow, we're going to have some fog overnight that could potentially freeze if we get to freezing. We're forecasted to be at about 34 degrees, so it's going to be pretty close. Watch out for that on your morning commute if we do get a little bit of frozen fog on those roads. It's going to be a little bit warmer at 46, so it should burn off quite quickly in the morning to keep those roads dry. Winds staying consistent as well, around 8 to 10 miles per hour as well. They're expected to pick up a little bit into the afternoon. As for our 5-day forecast, yes, there's going to be snow on Friday. It will be a cold day overall. As we go in the middle of the week, though, we're going to pick that up and poke our heads into the 40s for a little bit. So that's going to keep Wednesday rainy as opposed to snowy, but we can't deny it much longer. Winter weather is coming, and it's going to feel like December here pretty soon. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Andrew. Stay warm out there. A pair of local teams lose and another pair had games canceled due to COVID. Cameron Limes has more updates on sports.
Thanks so much, HK. Appreciate that. I'm Cameron Lives with your sports. A tough game to watch yesterday as the Cougs lost to number 16 seed USC 38-13. The Cougs' first away game ended with lessons learned as the Cougs went up against the 4-0 Trojans. This was the Cougs' first game since November 14th, although Coach Rolovich did not blame the loss on being rusty. Now moving over, the Hawks also took a loss to the New York Giants. The game ended 17-12 with the Giants scoring 14 points in the third quarter and running through the defense. But let's take a look at this absolutely God-fearing stiff arm from DK Metcalf. Never get tired of watching that. Good Lord. Moving into next week, the Hawks will take on the winless Jets, and hopefully we can take home that win. A couple of canceled games coming out of the Northwest as the WSU men's basketball team will miss their upcoming game against the Vandals on Wednesday due to a player on the Vandals testing positive for COVID. Tomorrow's Gonzaga game has also been canceled due to COVID-19. Currently, the Zags will not play until December 19th, but that could change any day. That's all I have for you for sports. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Cameron. A home was damaged by fire in Genesee on Friday afternoon. Volunteer firefighters responded to the small blaze on Maple Street around 4. The flames damaged the exterior siding of the home. The Latah County Sheriff's Office reports that no one was hurt and the department is still investigating the cause of fire.
The Novia Foundation is excited to announce the launch of A Pine Creek Christmas, celebrating Malden and Pine City, to provide a brighter Christmas for the families of Malden and Pine City displaced by the destructive wildfires in September. Inovia is partnering with generous individuals, families, and businesses to facilitate bringing Christmas to the Pine Creek area by connecting with sponsors and families. Inovia is asking if anyone can support the community by adopting a family, donating to the cause, or volunteering to bring some Christmas cheer. Any remaining funds will go to the wildfire recovery for long-term community restoration. You can visit www.inovia.org to sign up. Thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/MN8, and you can always follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.